everyone. I don't know if nobody's on here. I'm not gonna be long because I am very busy, but I just wanted to get on here and say a few things, because what we not about to do is start this when I'm gonna tell y'all what this is, and I'm gonna speak very passionately, because I've been accused of fussing or hollering or screaming when I'm talking with passion. So I'm gonna speak in my soft tone voice, and hopefully my message is able to get across about what I'm about to say. Okay, so how is everyone doing today? Because I don't want to seem like I'm fussing or being mean, so I'm gonna talk in my soft voice. Okay, so no matter how many times I say taxes this year are not like they were 6 years ago, I think a lot of people think that I get extra money if your tax return is lower than last year. I don't. So what I want to explain to you guys that have kids that are like 28 and 30 that you still want to try to file on your taxes is, you don't get the same amount of credit for an older child that you get for a little baby or a younger child. If your child is 17 or older, you don't get the child tax credit. So if you got that last year and you don't get it this year, imagine your taxes is going to be lower than it was last year. So I can only get you what I can get you. So whatever number that is, that's what I can do. So if you have kids that are 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and you're still filing them on your taxes, chances are, well, no chances, you're not going to get the child tax credit for them. There may be a small chance that you get a little earned income credit for them, but that also depends on how much money you make. So, for an example, if Kiki comes in here with 3 children and Kiki makes $10,000 for her 3 children, she's most likely going to get all of the child tax credit because her kids are 2, 3, and 4. And she's most likely going to get all of the earned income credit because she made under $36,000. However, if Kiki's sister, we're just going to say her name is Mimi, comes in and she has 3 kids, but she makes $60,000, her return is not going to be the same. Her earned income credit is not going to be the same. And her kids are the same age, but she will still get the child tax credit, but she won't get earned income credit because she made over the threshold. There's nothing I can do about that. You know, I don't make that up, those numbers up. So please be mindful of that, because when people say, oh, that's it, that's all I'm getting, and this, yeah, that's it. Because I don't know what you're comparing it to, because again, the older your kids get, the less money you get for them. That's just common. So please keep that in mind. And we can't file with your last check stub. No matter how many times you ask me, we can't file with your last check stub. And please let me know if I'm still talking in my soft person voice, because I don't want to go to a level 5 and it sounds like I'm screaming, because I don't want to do that. So we cannot file with the last check stub. You have time to wait. The IRS is not pulling no returns. They're not processing any returns. When you do get your W-2, I'm sure they'll still be giving advances if that's what, you want to do. But I want you to understand how the earned income and child tax credit works. Earned income, again, is based off of your income. So if you make over a certain amount of money, it's going to affect your earned income credit. If your kids are 17 and older, you will not get child tax credit for them at all. So if this year, Tum Tum is 17, last year he was 16, of course last year you got it, this year you didn't. so you can see where it'll be a difference in tax return. It'll be a difference in the amount. And when you say, well, 6 years ago, I got X amount of dollars, well, everybody did, because taxes were different now. And another thing, when you're 100% self-employed, please, 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 self-employed, listen to this. When you are 100% self-employed, you do not pay in taxes unless you are somebody that pays in taxes. So when you are 100% self-employed, the taxes come out at the end. So if you didn't put nothing in, you're not going to get taxes back. It's only you'll get back is your credits. If you file kids, if you file dependents, or if you file any kind of college or anything that will produce a credit, that's what you get back. So with taxes now, is what you put into it is what you get out of it. So again, if you're 100% self-employed, you're not paying these folks taxes every month, quarterly, or whatever. Then when you get ready to file and you put your business in there and your expenses come out, guess what? The amount that's left, you have to pay self-employment taxes on that money. It doesn't matter how long you had your business. It don't matter what business it is, nothing. The government is going to get their money. So you either let them take it out of a W-2 automatically, or when you're self-employed, they take it out at the end when you file your taxes. So that's another thing. When you're 100% self-employed, unless you pay in taxes during the year, it's no taxes to give you back other than the credits, which is your earned income credit, child tax credit, American Opportunity Credit, or whatever credits you qualify for. Okay? So please, don't pressure me to give you no more than what these people say you're getting back. It is what it is. And I'm still talking in my soft person voice. I'm not screaming. So please understand, the numbers are the numbers. And actually, they doing a little numbering this year. They doing a little better. But again, if you don't put into it, what is there to get you out of it? You know what I'm saying? If you hadn't paid nothing in, the only thing you can look forward to is credits from earned income credit, child tax credit. And if you don't have no kids, then that's a whole different thing. So please keep that in mind. Trust me, I want y'all to get all the money that's out there for you, some and some. But I can only do what the IRS allows me to do. Okay? So I just wanted to get on there here and say that before, because we're not going to do that this year. And again, I'm not hollering. I'm not being mean. I'm not going in. I'm just simply saying, we ain't going to do that. Because when y'all go over there to green sign people, y'all don't be doing all that. And I know y'all don't. I know y'all don't be doing all that. You go in there, green sign people want their money up front. They ain't trying to give you no payment plan. They ain't trying to take it out your return. They ain't trying to do nothing. Matter of fact, somebody told me the other day. Somebody been coming to me for years. She let it slip. Last year she didn't come, but she let it slip. And she's like, yeah, I went over to Jackson Hewitt. And she realized she said it. And she said, but it was just because, they was going to have me in and out. Baby, don't worry about it. So she said, but I didn't file with them. I said, why not? Because they was trying to charge me $200 up front. You probably should have went with that. I'm just playing. No, I'm not. But anyway, yeah, so y'all don't do green sign people. So don't come in here just because, whatever, and feel like, because I'm not doing no fraud, and I'm not doing anything that's not IRS accepted, because they ain't playing with these tax professionals this year. They are fining like crazy. So I'm gonna work hard to get you as much money as I can possibly get you. But please understand the tax law. Please understand how taxes are different from previous years. They're not. And I wish people stop comparing it to COVID. I wish you stop comparing it to when Tim was 2 and now he's 30. Like, it's just different now. It's just different. So if I say this, and I'm not saying it in a throwing shade or being, I'm saying this as humble as possible. If you feel that I am not equipped to do the job that you pay me to do, I am definitely okay with you going somewhere else. I definitely am. If you feel like that I'm not getting you all that you feel you should be getting, I'm definitely okay with that. However, if you sit here and see if I'm going to get you what you feel like I should get you and I don't, you still going to pay for my time. But I'm okay with giving you your documents and letting you go elsewhere. Again, not hollering. So, I just wanted to get on here and explain that and explain how that works, and so that you will have a realistic expectation when you come to get your taxes. Because honestly, you know what the IRS tells us? They preach to us, stop trying to do all this stuff to make people get tax returns, because that's where you mess up at. Everybody's not entitled to a tax return. And I know we're just in that era to where we feel like, oh, I should get money back every year. I pay taxes, I should do this. But everybody's not entitled to a tax return. They're not. I hadn't got one in I don't know how many years. So it's just how it is. It's how it is. Everybody's not entitled to a tax return. If you have little kids, enjoy it. Because once they start getting older, and if you notice, each year, that child tax credit year gets lower and lower and lower. Next thing you know, it's going to be, if they 14, you don't qualify for child tax credit. So enjoy those little babies while they little, because it changes every year. Does anybody have any questions while I'm on here? Let me make sure. So, respect my craft. Know that I'm telling you what's right. And don't expect me to do fraud, because it's not going to happen. Again, it's nice. It's my nice voice. It's not going to happen. And I always have the best interest, my client's best interest at heart. And again, you might not think I do, and that's fine. If you think I don't, you're more than welcome to go out there and explore and see what's out there. People do it every year. They think I don't know, but then they go somewhere else and talk about me and not know this tax industry is such a small industry. I mean, I know so many tax. They go and talk about me like a dog, but just don't know that person is who I teach to do your taxes. But it's okay. It's okay. It happens. But just know, I'm always going to do what's right. You ain't gonna have to worry about your information being sold. You ain't gonna have to worry about me frauding you. You ain't gonna have to worry about me taking $4,000 out your $5,000. You ain't gonna have to worry about me putting your kids on somebody else's taxes. You ain't gonna have to worry about me putting fuel credit on your taxes and having them held up by the IRS, and then I get ghost and you don't know where I'm at because I move every year. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. But hey, maybe that some people rather have those kind of folks. But anyway, let me get back to work, because I'm trying to get out of here on time. So I just want to tell y'all that, and if there's no other questions or no questions, I don't see any. So if y'all do have questions, just drop them in the chat for me. Okay? Thank you. Have a good evening.